Good. Let's talk trash. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me see this. There we go. All right. My name is Matthew Naimi. I'm with Recycle Here and a bunch of other things I'm going to talk about. The video gave you a good overview of where we stood with Recycle Here as of, I think that was in 2009. So about a year and a half ago that was filmed. That's when we had just launched our pilot curbside program in the city of Detroit. I'm going to give you a few little openers about waste in the city of Detroit. It's a big hot button issue. Detroit has a lot of them. Waste is a big one. City of Detroit is home to the largest waste to energy facility, i.e. incinerator in North America. All of Detroit's municipal garbage is burned to create steam and energy. Some people are proponents of that. A lot of people aren't. People think that that is the reason Detroit had no recycling program at the point when we started it. Like I said, an energetic Wayne State student came up to me and wanted to start something in the neighborhood. It is the Cass Corridor, i.e. Midtown area. So we put a dumpster next to the Bronx Bar, which is, and then, how many people know the 3 R's, by the way? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, this is the first one, recycle. People wanted a recycling program. So we gave it to them. We put one dumpster next to a bar. It began with one dumpster. And the first Saturday we were there, about 50 families showed up. It was very neat. I thought, this is pretty cool, give people an option. And the next month, 120 families showed up. The next month, 150 families showed up. We were on to something. City of Detroit gave us a call at that point, wondered what we were doing. How are you getting people to use this program? All we're doing is putting a dumpster out. So we began negotiating, and obviously the story is we opened Holden. The Holden location in the New Center area opened in January of 2007. For the first 6 months, that was the one location citizens could go to bring their material. We started our community recycling programs where there was a group called Rosedale Recycles. They had a neighborhood drop-off program started in 1990 that had been operating to that point. Corktown had a similar program that we had partnered up with, and we had our Midtown program. When we received the funding from the city of Detroit, we decided to partner up with the existing sites, and rather than the way these sites used to operate, they would raise money and pay a recycling company to come out and put a dumpster. So what we did is we were being paid to put a dumpster out, and we turned the proceeds from the program back over to the community. Not only did this instill community pride, but it also gave them a reason to tell their neighbors, don't throw that cardboard away. Bring it to the site on Saturday. We can raise some money. We can clean up a park. As of right now, as of 1/1/11, 125,000 visits to our facility in the 4 years. Over 5 million pounds of material have been brought to our facility. And it comes in weird little things like carts. And we have a lot of, about 10 different people that come on bikes with trailers. And there's a small curbside route starting in Corktown that is run by bikes and trailers. So people will get us the material. The benefit to a drop-off bin program is recycling bins, the blue bins, don't answer questions. I always tell this story that when I found an outlet for 4 through 7 plastic yogurt containers, and I told my mom, I'm like, yeah, we'll be able to recycle those yogurt containers. I've been recycling them forever. What have you been doing with them? I just throw them in the bin. They never say anything. Well, of course not, because they don't understand. And then when it gets to the end result, she has probably contaminated a bunch of trucks of recyclable material. So we can actually answer questions, give people hints. But also, when you show up at a site, you're interacting with your neighbors, which is a very big plus to our program. Obviously, I would love to have curbside right now. I hope we grow it. We need to grow it successfully by providing a program like this where people can answer questions when they have them. Obviously, when the program is rolled out as curbside, it'll be effective, it'll be utilized. Plus, when you see your neighbors, you can talk about other projects. A lot of things happen by people meeting at Recycle Here on a Saturday and coming up with different ideas, so it's pretty neat. But how do you grow a program? Most recycling programs or companies are based on commodity pricing and selling the material. The city of Detroit, when we wanted to initially publicize the curbside aspect of the program, they said, great, we'll put a flyer in the water bill. Well, obviously, the city of Detroit, I think it's about 70% renters. They don't even get the water bill anyways, but who wants to get good news in the water bill? So we figured if we can kill two birds with one stone, talk with students, provide an education program, and put a little agent of change in every house in Detroit, it would actually clean the waste stream and create better citizens as they grow older. How we do this? The second R, reduce. Recycling, we bring in material, we sell it, we make money. But ideally, our program is we want to reduce the amount we're taking in, especially in a curbside type program when you have to lug everything into your car, drive over, and disperse it into our collection systems. Reduction is important. So we created a nonprofit called Green Living Science to teach green habits. Teaching these habits young will allow the waste stream to be cleaned and teach the habits that these kids can take further on. What is green? When I was 18 years old, green wasn't a buzzword. We didn't know what it is. Pretty much now, these students watch the news. They're going to hear the word green, green jobs, a lot of things over and over and over. So what is green? We're able to tell them. We're able to tell them that green means green jobs, that it is also eating local food, and that they have individual purchasing power. These students also are informed that the easiest way to change the world is by individual actions, and we're able to really work with them in that way. So what started as a small recycling contest, we have created a Glicky aligned, which is grade level equivalency, aligned curriculum. We have programs from 1st through 12th grade. STEM focus, science and mathematics and engineering, and we've reached 30,000 students in 2 years with this program. Third R, reuse. Green safe. Everybody ate lunch today. You ate on a plate. It looked like a paper plate. It was made out of sugar cane. The cups that you guys drank out of, it's made out of corn. It's biodegradable. Stumbled into this business when it was the hoedown called. It said, how do we recycle beer cups? I said, don't put beer in them. Most of the time you go to these festivals, they hand you a red cup or a clear cup, and it's recyclable to number 1 and number 2. And if you really wanted to see how nasty that is, look in that garbage can that says recycling, and it has liquid, it has a lot of food in it. It's very difficult to recycle in that fashion. So if we can provide a product that can be composted, we decided to bring some in for the Dally in the Alley, a little street fair at Wayne State, and that was our first little foray into festivals, and it worked out. We created a company called Michigan Green Safe Products, started in 2007. The numbers right now, let me just look. 2007, we did about 120,000. 2010 numbers, $1.5 million in sales. People want this material. Supplying sustainability. Every product that we sell, and greening the stream as well. Every product that we sell is annually sustainable, meaning it grows back within 1 calendar year. Paper, for example, has a 12 to 25-year growth cycle. You waste paper, it takes 12 years to grow it back. You throw a paper plate away, 12 and 25 years. Is that me? I got a bust. I'm almost done. But ours grows back every year. Our corn products are made with corn waste. Sugarcane plates, that's 3 harvests per year, and the cutlery is made with plant starch, which is actually grass clippings, greening the stream. We're able to get into this and find good uses for it by standing in the waste stream. Recycling's coming our way, garbage is coming our way, we can see which way we can divert it. So once again, annual sustainable, biodegradable, compostable. All right, this is an interesting slide because we do events. We have a lot of restaurants that both buy locally grown food and produce. They serve locally produced beer. And we try to tie everything together by sponsoring events such as this. So you have a new waste stream, which in Detroit, considering we're still burning our garbage, you're not burning petroleum-based products anymore, and you're burning products that will actually come back and not give off toxins. So there's a new stream, but that stream can also be tied into a new movement, such as urban agriculture. And that's a way we can create a new city around these products as well. Until the waste energy facility is either changed or modified, there's nothing better for the two movements that are growing right now, urban agriculture and the existing waste stream, than using biodegradable, compostable, annually sustainable products. The fourth R is Revitalize, the Revitalization Conference. Where all this took place is a little building on Holden Street. It was the original Lincoln factory. Interesting tidbit, totally unrelated, and I'm a hustle. A gentleman by the name of Leland created Cadillac. Cadillac was sold to General Motors. Leland retired, set up shop on Holden Avenue, created a car called the Lincoln. It was bought by Ford. This gentleman had voted for Lincoln. He was also 75 years old when he created this. Henry Ford was a young man at the time. So one gentleman created both American luxury brands, as it said, one old man, and that was on the Holden factory. So I took that over, and it was a basically industrial building, and I wanted to try to clean it up. And the original project, and what's in all the bios and that are in these pamphlets, was about my artist community and music warehouse that we have. That was the first business we set up in there. It's called Metronome Studios. But it put me a direct tie into it with a lot of artists and a lot of musicians. And that group has really taken care of me by providing me with good inspiration. You've obviously seen the bee in these slides. Carl Oxley was a friend of mine. I was looking for a logo for Recycle Here. I got the bee off of Carl for $50, $50 a year, best $50 ever spent. We've already put 25,000 impressions of the bee out so far in print. Best $79 ever spent was the bee green suit. Great with kids, very photogenic. Model D has featured it a few times. It's pretty neat. Great marketing tip is the bee pin. 4 cents. We've given out 25,000 of these. People love it. Bee green. And an interesting thing about Holden is we've started to attract a lot of muralists that want to dress up the space, because we're averaging, that was last weekend we had 1,100 cars in 6 hours through there. It's a car every 23 seconds. So there's a lot of traffic through the building. And we've had a lot of people show up and put art on the building. So the best thing about mural art, I'm sure Chad's going to talk about it, but artists respect art, and we haven't had any tags on my building since I started allowing people to paint. So it's very interesting. Thank you.